Hello everyone, today we have a Pokemon purchase video. I haven't done one of these in a while actually. Obviously I'm still waiting on loads of submissions, but this could go out in a month's time, so by then hopefully they've all returned and we've seen the PSA return videos. Anyway, I've got 3 parcels here to go through today. The first one is literally 1 card. Place your bets now. What's the card going to be? When we all know what I like. Place your bets, place your bets, and it is a Deoxys from Delta Species. Absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the ones I need in Gem Mint 10. I've got, I think, all of them, apart from this one in Gem Mint 10. And there is a little bit of whitening down there at the bottom left, and there's a tiny smidge on the top right. It's still worth sending. I don't know what it is with this Deoxys card from Harlem Phantoms. All the others, I've had no problems. I think the first one I submitted has literally come back 10s. It's also not the best looking one if you look at it. In my opinion, if you go on Deoxys, Harlem Phantoms, you'll see the other artworks. I've got all the others in Gem Mint 10. I just need this one, I believe. I hope. That's why I bid on it. It was a bit last second actually. Next one. This has come from Finland, I think. I think it's come from Finland. Europe somewhere, anyway. That's interesting packaging. Hopefully it's not a problem. To be fair, I'm just going to make sure not to cut. So I'll try and keep this in view. Try and cut this quite carefully. I don't want to just push the scissors up into the tape. There we go. Just so we don't have any problems with condition of me changing the condition. These cards are all near mint, supposedly. It's a good bulk of cards, actually. I think I got a good deal on them. As long as the condition is stated, then hopefully that will be the case. Too much tape, though. I mean, you've really got to be careful with tape, especially on ungraded cards. You do not want them on the actual cards themselves. You don't really want them on the sleeves. And you know, it's fine if you're not going to grade them, I guess. If you're just looking to put them in a binder. Unfortunately, my intent is to grade them as long as the quality is there. If the quality is not there, well, now what do I do with loose cards? Sometimes I sell them in a buy list. If you guys have got a lot of like near mint cards, then a buy list is not a bad option. I cannot be bothered to list them all individually, only for buyers to come back annoyed, effectively. Now let's take a look at this. This is a good bulk batch of prime cards. So we're going to go through these. There's quite a lot in here. There's a Kingdra, an Ampharos. The Celebi started it. And we've got 4 Amphoroses. Already got the Gem Mint 10 in this one. The Typhlosion. To be fair, on the fronts they look really good, but that is never the issue, is it? Got a Magnezone. These cards are really difficult to grade. They're actually quite popular as cheap mint 9s. I mean, if you put them at like 15 to 20 quid, they do sell quite quickly. That's why I don't really have a problem with picking these up on the cheap. No, they're not going to net you hundreds of pounds or hundreds of dollars, but yes, they will give you a small return, especially if they're all minty. Which these look pretty good, to be honest. I'm quite happy at the moment. That Gengar, everyone loves that Gengar. It's actually one of the higher pop primes, unfortunately, because the... Right, I'm going to check a Gengar. I'm going to check a Kingdra. Then we're going to check the Celebi. Right, so we picked out 3 cards. So we could have just picked out the 3 Gem Mint ones, and the rest are awful. Or we could have picked out the 3 awful ones and the rest are Gem Mint. We don't know. However... yeah, okay. Don't know if you can see that. There's a decent whitening at the bottom there. That's a mint 9, I would say. Except for that little mark at the top, but... oh, that will come off. That's just like a bit of dust. Bit of dust, that one. Okay. So, you know, the guy said near mint, and I would say that's better than near mint. So right now I'm happy. Let's see if I'm as happy. Yeah. This guy seems pretty legit. I mean, I thought that whenever anyone has bulk amount of cards, I'm always just a little bit more confident than when someone's selling a load of singles and they've only got one of each or two of some. Because you just think, well, you know, you've got more likelihood of where they've come from, you know, being pack fresh, for instance. Yeah, I mean, that's not a gem, don't get me wrong. None of those 3 cards were gems. Don't get me wrong there. Unlikely to, anyway. But they do look good. They look like they're not, maybe you wouldn't say pack fresh, but they're from a pack, and they've not had that much damage to them. Right then, this is the finale. I was wondering whether to split this into 2 different videos, but I'm just going to go ahead. If you shut off before the 5-minute mark, which I think we're at, then you're missing out, not me. Oh, there goes the Charizard First Edition PSA 10. Just cut for him now, I'm joking. Let's take a look. Ooh, look at these. What do you guys think is in here? You know what I like to buy. Again, obviously. If you watch the videos, then you know what I like to pick up. Delta Species. What else do I collect? I was collecting first Team Rocket. I finished that. Neo Destiny. I've literally got a deal in place at the moment, depending on the timeline and when this is uploaded. I'm hoping to have it by the time this is uploaded. And then, oh, and Gym Heroes, that's the other one. But I'm here to surprise you all. That is not what I've bought. It's a good bit of bubble wrap. I can use that. Hello, Amazon box. What's going on here, mate? Right, it is a Pokemon card set. If you guys hadn't gathered that one. Oh, lovely. Look, this is what I want to see, you know. Alright, I paid a bit more than the going rate on this. Because it said pack fresh. If they say pack fresh, cool. You know, I'm willing to pay more for pack fresh cards. That is always the truth. Sometimes I feel like really minty ungraded cards are valued the same as near mint ungraded cards, and I don't understand why. Like when you go on buy listings, you see this set, for instance, go for £300 near mint, and everyone's like, well, I'm not paying £100 more for mint ones. Do you think I'm mad? But actually, it pays off if they are truly mint. So actually, we've got a really nice book here, and I'll be honest, it's in really good condition, which is always a great sign. Always, I think this goes for like £10, £15, £20, £150. I'm joking. This is, if you go on eBay now and type in first edition Team Rocket set, this was the one that sold. That was pack fresh, and it sold higher than most people would pay. But I'm not most people, and these cards have rocketed in price. I always use that one, and it's always cheesy every time. Might be always cheesy, but it always gets a laugh out of someone, I'm sure. So there we have it. We've got a first edition Team Rocket set. I'll just flick through the art. It's really good condition. This inside book. You know what we'll do? We're just going to take a look at whatever card's behind here. Oh, yes. That's what I want to see. Right, and ladies and gentlemen, that is a Gem Mint First Edition Porygon from Team Rocket. Am I going to grade it? Very unlikely. Unfortunately, the commons and uncommons and rares from this set have not picked up the same as the holofoils just yet. The thing is with Team Rocket, it is a very popular set, but it does have higher populations, holofoils wise, than Jungle and Fossil. Also, the biggest card in this set, the Charizard, has the highest pop, which I don't really like. Really, you want the most popular card, the card that looks the best, you know, the aesthetically artwork, the card everyone wants to be in the lower population range. Of course, I'm talking about Charizard here, but let's say if you go to Jungle, I think, yeah, let's go to Jungle, and I would always want the Flareon, the Vaporeon, and the Jolteon especially to have low Gem Mint 10. copies. I don't own any of those cards, but that's just the way you want it. Just brings people into the... Oh, wow. Okay. I wasn't really expecting that one for some reason. Maybe I just forgot that he was in the set. Oh, yes. That looks good. That's a mint 9 at least there, just looking from the back. Right, let's take a look at some holo foils. I hope you don't mind. Do you guys want to stay with me? You can always go now. I'm literally just going to go through some of the conditions. Oh, this is so... I don't like this, because they're not actually in sleeves individually. Obviously, you literally just want to take them out. I should have got a sleeve ready. It's got a fat bottom. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a really big bottom. Oh, goodness. Really nice. Really nice. I mean, you've got that little bit of whitening in the top right. But, yeah, that's really nice. Really, really, really nice. So that's the dark Alakazam. I'm just going to put them out, not by order, but by sleeve order, if that makes sense. Wow, whatever this is, it is gem. I'll tell you that right now. See, this is what I mean. Guys, look, I'm going to give you honest advice here. If you see a set and you want to pay less for it, that's fine, if it's going to be ungraded. But if you want to grade it, sometimes just trust the seller and bid that little bit more. Just go a bit higher than what you're expecting. Well, that Dark Doug Trio is going to add to the pop, and I believe that's quite low pop. Let's just have a look at the... give me a second. Just got a lamp next to me, just to check the scratches on the holo foil, and that looks glorious. Absolutely glorious. I mean, this set has definitely increased in value, and that was because of SM Pratt. Scott, if you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, definitely do. He's got a lot more subs than me, but really good watches every time. He speaks more about the economics and the financial side, which I do get, but I don't know. It's not. I don't really care so much. I mean, I love collecting Pokemon cards, and obviously I've got my own store, but basically all my wages and every bit of money I make from selling basically goes back into Pokemon, which is definitely a good thing. I do question my motives sometimes, like, why do you need this many Pokemon cards? But, you know, going back to childhood and all that. You know, that's again a Gem Mint 10 Dark Arbok. I'm pretty certain on that. Yeah, that's a nailed on 10. I think this will be the Dark... No, it's not the Dark Blastoise. What's this one? This is a 9, probably. Top left. A little bit of whitening. It's the Dragonite. I believe these are all packed fresh though, and that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This video is definitely going to be longer than I expected. Hope you guys don't mind staying. You can always leave, but I'd much prefer having people... Look at that. That is enjoyable, isn't it? Really enjoyable. Yeah, I have a lot of questions about like where I buy my cards, and you know, everything that is available to me is available to you. It's just you need to know where to look. You need to be sometimes willing to pay over odds for something, like go over the price, and there's absolutely no problem with doing that if you are certain that they are minty, if they're packed fresh. And if they're not packed fresh, then you just, you know, you tell the seller and you're just like, well, this isn't packed fresh and you've made me overpay. Oh, I hate touching these cards. Hate it. And you ask, why have you made me overpay for these cards? Of course, I've completed my Gem Mint 10 Team Rocket set. I maybe should have brought that down and put it in the background. But this would be a set I would have been looking for back in the day. Well, maybe not this Dark Blastoise. You've got a decent amount of whitening on the side. I don't know if the light will pick that up. You can see a little bit there. So that is probably a near mint 8. The front is beautiful, maybe a 9. Which is a shame because the Dark Blastoise is a beautiful card. I think this was one of the few ones I actually... Oh no, I did grade... Oh no, I graded this one myself. I did grade this one myself. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Just take a look at this one. Unless something's been hiding by my thumb, that looks pretty gemmy. No, that's gem, isn't it? Yeah, what's that? Dark Gyarados. This is the card with the second biggest population of PSA 10. I remember buying this Gem Mint 10 first edition for £30 just 2 years ago. I mean, to be honest, they were only £60  3 months ago. They've jumped to about 100. I'm not sure how many have sold at that level, but that's what they've jumped to. The reason why this is easier to grade is because of the foil. If you just look at the foil, it's darker. And I know you're thinking, what does that matter? It means it makes it harder for a visible scratch, basically. Sorry, my hand's in the way of the shade. It's like a blue background. Right, this is the big guy now. The big guns. So I just push up from the top and then just slide it out at the top. Considering, you know, these have been in a folder for so long. Look at that, I'm actually touching. I'm touching it with my actual fingers. Again, the other reason why this foil does so well is because of the background there. It's a bit darker. Sorry, I'm thinking I'm getting quite a lot of shade. It's getting darker outside and the lamp is starting to become the main source of lighting. Let's have a look at this one and then we'll leave the video there. I don't want to. I'll go through the rest of these. This is the big one. Oh no. There's a nice big top left. Nice big whitening on the top left. Oh, that is such a shame because the rest of the card is absolutely perfect. I mean, absolutely. That is such a shame. Yeah, that's a 9, guys. That is a shame, but you know, the seller so far has been good. It's just the look of the packs, I guess. Let's do this one very quickly. It's got the same problem. It's got a nick in the top left. Yeah, it's a dark gold back, not a big problem. 9 or 10, I don't think the price difference is massive. Right then, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found some of that useful. Hope it was useful. We'll just flick through. Got a Dark Charizard, Dark Gyarados first edition, Dark Blastoise first edition, Dark Alakazam, Dark Dragonite, Dark Arbok, Dark Dugtrio, and Dark Golbat. This set will probably be going out with my next submission, as long as no one else is sending Team Rocket. Obviously, I can always hold fire on any duplicates. I've got that luxury. I've got hundreds of cards to grade. Not all first edition WotC, never have you mind, but that is the case. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please do sub. Please do like if you enjoyed the video. Get a bit dark in here. And as you can see, got a nice light source right there. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching as usual, and see you later. Bye.